Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now May 5th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are really working hard together in order to really propel fans into a more successful era of Star Wars. What they're trying to do essentially is building this new EU, also known as the new expanded universe, that's going to be far larger than the old one that we got before Disney took over Lucasfilm back in 2012. So this really is a big deal. We can tell that they do have great ambition with Star Wars, at least, whether or not it's associated with damage control or being very genuine to the fans, that's pretty much unknown at this point. I would definitely side with the fact that this is damage control and a phase of desperation out of Disney, especially during these rough times where they really can't afford any more losses, especially losing more fans. So when we look ahead to the future here, obviously, the new EU is very important. However, when we take a look at The Rise of Skywalker as a film, we do know that the production for this movie was quite messy. It had a lot of issues from time to time. That's why they had two phases of reshoots, one in 2018 and one in 2019, which was the big one. And that was initiated by Kathleen Kennedy. All of them were. And that's one of the main reasons as to why when you watch the film, it's very fast-paced in the beginning, it feels quite sloppy at times, and just a little convoluted at points in the movie. So with that being said, a lot of fans have been really wondering about what could have been for The Rise of Skywalker, where now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. Now, it's noted that currently both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are working together as a team in order to create a better and brighter future for Star Wars in general and for the Star Wars community. Now, though The Rise of Skywalker was a very messy production for Lucasfilm and Disney, since Kathleen Kennedy stepped in to make many adjustments to the film by deleting several scenes, it's explained that behind the scenes, Adam Driver was very frustrated with Kathleen Kennedy's decision to cut many of his sequences as Ben Solo out from the film. Now, it's noted that Adam Driver trained for many months for extra scenes as Ben Solo that was going to fight Palpatine on the world of Exegol that were all deleted because Kennedy believed that, of course, too much lightsaber action would lower the quality of the movie itself. Now, it's noted that also Adam Driver had scenes that he acted in with Mark Hamill as a Luke Skywalker, where both Ben and Luke Skywalker were supposed to have a reunion, with Luke in the form of a Force ghost in the netherworld of the Force, where it's described that Adam Driver gave his best performance for this scene, where Ben Solo would meet the Force ghosts of the past, such as Luke, Yoda, Kenobi, and even Anakin in the netherworld, that was going to be magical as a setting by J.J. Abrams, that was going to, of course, be deleted in the movie by Kathleen Kennedy. Now, Adam Driver rehearsed for roughly 2 weeks to get the scene done perfectly in late 2018 over at Pinewood, where it was eventually filmed in early 2019. This decision by Kennedy was a big chunk of Ben Solo's screen time that was cut from the film, and that originally the Force ghosts of Anakin and others were going to turn Kylo Ren to the light side of the Force instead of a Force vision of Han Solo. Kennedy felt that by bringing in a return of Han Solo, portrayed by Harrison Ford once more, it would boost repeat viewings for the movie, that she did this mainly for fan service and to attract more ticket sales by having all the original characters in the movie. Now, Adam Driver is said to be very angry at Kathleen Kennedy also for not allowing these scenes to be attached to the Blu-ray edition of the film, and that Disney CEO Bob Chapek plans to release the JJ cut sometime in 2023 on Disney Plus that will give fans a different cut of the movie. So, when we take a look at Kathleen Kennedy, we've talked about this on and on again, is that she's really incompetent as a leader of Lucasfilm. This is another prime example. To me, I feel that Ben Solo was shortchanged in the movie. I feel that he should have had more dialogue with Rey and other characters alike. Now, technically, you do get dialogue from Ben when he's talking to Han Solo, but that's him transitioning to becoming Ben Solo. He isn't quite there yet. That's why he's struggling, and he's really contemplating on throwing the lightsaber away at first. He's turning into Ben Solo. But him fully as Ben, we never really got dialogue per se, other than him saying, "ow," when he grabs hold of that chain that leads to the underworld of Exegol. So, when we look at everything related to Kennedy, the fact that she deleted all these sequences, especially the scene where Ben was going to meet the Force Ghost of the past in the Netherworld with Rey, that would have ultimately been, I think, the big moneymaker that was going to cause a lot more repeat viewings. Again, the little things matter to me. The Force Awakens, if it weren't for Luke Skywalker's cameo, I'll be right on honest here, is that I wouldn't have seen that movie 5 or 6 times, whatever it was, if it weren't for Luke's short cameo at the very end of the movie. I just wouldn't have seen it that many times. So short little scenes and big scenes, of course, here and there that involve the major characters really does, in fact, make a difference. It really does, at least in my belief. So moving on forward, guys, like I say, let me know what you think about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.